All right, Coach, would you start us off with an opening comment, please?
Just, I credit Buffalo. They came in like a team that's, they've been a program that's been there since I've been a coach here, been to the NCAA tournament, won a lot of big games. And this was a big game for both teams, and I thought they really played a great game. I really thought they threw us on our heels, and I thought we got rattled and kind of lost our composure, especially in the first half. And then I thought in the second half, for 15 minutes, we played the game the right way. They're a good team. It's not easy to crawl back from 18. In the second half, we were kind of more of ourselves for a good stretch. And guess what? It was an even game, during that stretch. But they're good, and to beat a team like Buffalo, you got to play that way for 40 minutes, and we didn't. So credit them for a great win, and hopefully we'll get a chance to see them again down the road.
And Buffalo probably be one of the more physical teams in the MAC. I mean, do you think it's good that you guys played them this early in the conference season, kind of the tougher opponents in the non-conference season to kind of prepare you moving forward?
I would. This is since we're game 15. We should be prepared for that. They're very physical, and the officials were consistent. I mean, they let it go both ways. It wasn't any. That's the only thing you can ask for as a coach. They let both teams be really physical, but they're very physical, and they certainly out-physicaled us today, especially on the glass. I thought when we started to climb back in it a little bit, we kept getting beat on the glass, and that was disappointing.
In your estimation, was that the most physical team you guys have seen all year?
Yeah.
Can you think of a team in the last few years that has been as physical as
Them. I mean, they're always so physical, and it's a little misleading. They're not a great shot blocking team. It's more physicality and toughness, and they have some good athletes, but they don't dominate you with their athleticism. And but they're tough. They're physically very strong, and they play very physical. When they screen you, they screen the heck out of you. Nick Perkins is the most physical post player in the league. He's like James Thompson in that way, and we did not handle it well. I didn't do a good job of preparing us for it, quite frankly. And when you lose like this, everybody deserves a lot of the blame, starting with the head coach. I did not. We got out coached. Among all the issues that we had today, that was one of them.
In what ways did you think that you could have better prepared them?
I should have prepared. I thought they executed their set plays very well. It's my job to prepare our guys for what's coming. And I thought, they started with Massenberg on Kyle, put Jeremy Harris on Sean Sellers, and that allowed him to switch the pick and rolls. And we'd seen him do it early in the year a little bit, but not a lot, and didn't really expect it, and didn't really prepare for it. And I thought that hurt us in the game. And I probably didn't do a good enough job at helping our guys understand how physical they are.
Is a team as physical as them a bad matchup for you guys, just generally speaking, or no?
No, I mean, we can adjust and be fine. We just have to adjust.
How do you adjust? Because it seemed like a lot of those guys were visibly frustrated with.
Well, from my standpoint, the things that went wrong in today's game, the fact that you can talk about how visibly frustrated we are, that's a pretty good sign that we're not doing the things that we're supposed to do. Because, look, when you're that visibly frustrated, you think you're going to communicate on a pick and roll, that you got a tag here, that there's help coming, that someone's setting a screen on the backside, and you're not. Part of being a good athlete is being able to dial back in and focus in the moment. Like, hey, that was a bad play that happened. They just out-hustled us. But great, the next play down, I'm going to communicate. We're going to talk on the transition. We're going to stay organized. I'm going to stay dialed in the moment. And the fact that we were visibly that frustrated, well, there's so many more mistakes that are happening as the game goes on, because your mind, the number of times that I would have called a play that we couldn't echo the play and communicate it to each other was off the charts. It was just like it was mistake. It was part of it was to credit Buffalo and to take. They had a great win, and they came in here and they played this like a MAC championship game. And then part of it was as we responded to getting beat, we went south, not north. We didn't circle the wagons, huddle up, lock in on the next play. Good play, bad play doesn't matter. What really does matter is on the advance pass, we rotate out, we come back down, we stay with it, we communicate on the pick and roll, we do the next thing right. And we let mistake pile upon mistake, pile upon mistake, pile upon mistake during the course of the game. And that's not the sign of a good team.
So then, Coach, what's next? Last week you were the hottest team. This week you're dominated by Buffalo.
Yeah.
And you still have how many conference games left?
We got a lot, and we got 6 of the next 8 on the road. You know, that's a big thing for us. But it's a long season. You know, it's my final message to the team in the locker room was, hey, this loss will be good for us if everybody learns the lesson that they need to learn. You know, coming into it, and it can honestly be self-reflective and adjust. You know, make corrections. But no team's perfect. You know, we haven't lost since November 22nd. It's been you know, we haven't had many games like this. I would have put Oregon and Oklahoma in this category from my end of a game where I felt like we really laid the bed up. I didn't feel that way at all against Bucknell or Dayton. Like winning and losing is part of the deal. It's much more about playing the game the right way and giving yourself a chance to win. And we didn't hold up our end of the bargain in that category tonight.
What kind of message you send to the guys to kind of stop those mistakes from piling on?
You know, communication is such a critical piece, and we have a whole leadership mantra. I can't explain it all in here, but you know, the game is too fast. It's not like football where you get a huddle, you get 20 seconds, you can vent and get frustrated, get back up and redial in. It doesn't work that way. You know, especially against Buffalo because they play so fast. You know, it's one play to the next play to the next play to the next play. You know, the mental is to the physical as 4 is to 1, as the famous line that Bobby Knight said. You know, you have to mentally be dialed in all the time. And communication is a huge way of doing that. Body language is really important. You know, all those things allow you to be the best you can be. And I talk to them about, we have a wide spectrum of things, but I just try to keep them constantly focused on the things that we can control, not the things that we can't control.
You think this will be a good game to draw back on, kind of when things are going down in the future? Just to
Yeah. If we can learn the right lessons. If we learn them, then yes.
Do you expect Zach or John Cho to be back anytime soon?
I don't have enough information on John Trell. He's suspended indefinitely, and that's all I'll say on that right now. And then Zach, I think, is pretty close. He's locked. I don't have an exact timeline other than to tell you, you know, he'll be back on the court sooner than later. I don't know exactly what that means, so I can't be more descriptive.
Is the message to like a team like Buffalo that kind of wears you down a little bit with its physicality, just only having 8 guys?
Yeah.
Play into it a little bit?
No question. And then the distraction. That's the biggest thing. You know, it's the distraction of, you know, I thought, you know, that's part of it. But the dynamic of a team sport, you know, there's no question. That's part of it.
Anything else? All right, Coach, thanks for coming out.
All right, you got it. Thanks,
Good luck
guys.
at Ohio.
Thank you.